is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap, and I'm hating the slack.
It's your boy TSG, that soccer guy, and welcome back to the Champions League preview for Chelsea versus Malmo. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. I'm just going to start right off the bat by saying this is a game that we 100% need to win and 100% should win comfortably. I don't think we should have any issue with this fixture. I think it's going to be super easy for us. I don't want to doubt the other team because Malmo is still going to be a strong team and anything can happen in the Champions League. We've already seen it with Sheriff beating Real Madrid. It's going to be a very interesting game and I'm super excited to bring you my starting lineup and my predictions. With all that being said, let's get right into it. The first player I'm going with has to be the goalkeeper, and the only person that, in my opinion, that should be starting this game is this guy right here, Edouard Mendy. He had an excellent performance in the Premier League, and he is the sole reason why we did not lose that game. He had pulled off some amazing saves, and while it's very possible for Thomas Tuchel to go with Kepa for this game, in my opinion, I believe Mendy deserves to keep his place in the team. I don't think he's going to have much to do in this game, but I don't see any issue with him starting this game, especially with us having Norwich at the weekend, and that's another game that shouldn't cause too many problems for him. I think we need to keep him in the game and keep him on the field while his morale is super high. I'm sure his confidence is out of this world after what he did in the Brentford match. So he's 100% the goalkeeper that I would pick for this game. Now let's get into the back three. For my back three in this game, first of all, let's get into Rudiger and Thiago Silva. I put these two in the team strictly for the fact that they just got back from injuries, and I feel like Thomas Tuchel will 100% want them in the team for this game. This is a game that's going to get them back to it, get their fitness levels up, get them ready. I know Thiago Silva's probably had a little bit of jet lag coming back from Brazil. I think this is a perfect match for him to get back into the game. This will be a super easy day for the defenders in my opinion, and that's why I chose those two. Third defender I'm going to go with is Azpilicueta. I think he had a pretty solid performance in the Premier League game against Brentford, and while Malang Sarr and Trevor Chalobah also had a really good game, I have a feeling that Thomas Tuchel is going to want to use one or maybe both of those guys for the Norwich match, so that's why Azpilicueta is in the team. With that being said, let's get right into our four midfielders. The four midfielders I picked, starting off with Ben Chilwell and Reece James, I think these two are definitely the players that should be starting in this game. Their performance offensively is amazing, and they both are able to get back and help the defense as well. I think Thomas Tuchel is going to line up with a 3-4-3 in this game. I think the 5-3-2 kind of was working alright. I don't think it's getting the best out of players. I think 3-4-3 is going to be a perfect formation for this game, and Ben Chilwell and Reece James should both be in the starting lineup. Now, the other players that were in the midfield for the Brentford game, I think they're going to give Mateo Kovacic and N'Golo Kante a break. They're going to be back 100% for the Norwich game. So I put Loftus-Cheek. I think his performance in the Brentford game was probably the best for an outfield player. I think the only player that outshined him in the entire game was Edouard Mendy. So he should definitely keep his spot in the team in my opinion. And the person that's going to partner him is Jorginho. He didn't get a showing in during the Brentford game, and Thomas Tuchel's probably going to want to get him some minutes, especially coming in this Norwich game for the weekend. With all that being said, let's move into the three forward players. The three forward players I picked for this game, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, and Timo Werner. Romelu Lukaku is not in the starting lineup for me. Just from the press conference and seeing what Thomas Tuchel said, he said that he feels like he's mentally tired, and for that reason alone, I don't think he's going to pick Rom in this game. I think the three up front is perfect. Mason Mount and Kai didn't really get a chance to show what they could do in the Brentford game. I think the team was getting pressed too much, and bringing on those two attacking players at that point in the game wasn't really the best move by Thomas Tuchel. But this is definitely a perfect game for them to be able to shine. I think Mason Mount is coming back. He's getting back to fitness. He's going to want to prove what he can do. He's going to want to help the team get some assists. Kai Havertz is another player who hasn't been getting a lot of playing time. I'm sure he's going to want to put in a great performance and help get picked for the starting lineup in this Norwich match. And Timo Werner, honestly, has been one of my favorite players so far this season. I genuinely think everything he's been doing has been very solid. He's been performing very well. I think him and Rom are going to come good for sure. He should definitely start this game. You could see glimpses of what he was trying to do during the Brentford game. Wasn't able to get it off. I think against a team like Malmo, his pace against their defenders, I think he's going to be able to take advantage of that all day. And I can definitely see him walking away with some goals. So that is my starting lineup. The subs that I picked for this game are Kepa, Marcus Alonso, Saul, Andres Christensen, Ross Barkley, Mateo Kovacic, Trevor Chalobah, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Rom, and N'Golo Kante. Pretty much the same lineup and same players that were on the bench for the Brentford game. I think, like I said, Rom needs a break. I would love to see Callum Hudson-Odoi play on the left if Mason Mount doesn't get in this team. Trevor Chalobah, Christensen, Malang Sarri isn't even on the bench. I think those three are going to get a break. I think 2 of the 3 of those guys are going to play this weekend against Norwich, which is why I didn't put them in the starting lineup. Kepa could definitely be in this team. I wouldn't be surprised if Thomas Tuchel actually does end up going with Kepa to keep Mendy fresh for the Norwich game. But in my opinion, Mendy should play while he's in form. Mateo Kovacic had a good game, as well as N'Golo Kante. I think he just wants to rest them for the game, so they're on the bench for me. Saul hasn't looked good, in my opinion, since he's been with the team. Honestly, I think all the midfielders in our squad are ahead of him right now. I would probably bring on Ross Barkley before I bring on Saul, in my honest opinion. I think he needs to put in some performances on the training ground, really earn Thomas Tuchel's trust before he gets a start in the starting lineup. He may come off the subs bench. I'm not 100% sure. It's definitely a possibility. I would love to see him in the game like this against a team that's not that great and not on the caliber of Chelsea, to see what he can do. I just don't think he's going to get many minutes in the league or in the Champions League. I think we're strictly going to save him for cup matches. Alright guys, that's everything from me. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments what I can do better. I just started making videos and I'm always looking to see what I can do better. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. TSG, that soccer guy, signing out.
How heavy is that? Light work with the bass on the track, on my face to the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack up on my